Finally, guys, I can show you our 2024 Hiker Trailer Extreme Off-Road Edition that we just picked up a couple of days ago. We traveled all the way across the country from Southern California back to our hometown, Buffalo, New York. And yeah, if you didn't see that video, check this video out. It's up there. It'll be linked down below. But this is finally the walkthrough video of the Hiker Trailer. So we've had it now for less than a week. I've been towing it a bit, trying to get some backup practicing and everything like that, but the build is very fresh. We're still getting things built off because we're going to be taking this thing all the way back from the East Coast back to the West Coast. So we're trying to get things kind of situated, but this is kind of the first stages. But I do want to say really quickly, every single time we're back here, I always film a video in my favorite spot. So if you're an OG subscriber on the channel, you probably recognize this spot. But let's show you guys this trailer. Okay, cool. So as you can see, this is the trailer. We did opt for the Extreme Off-Road Edition. For us, the main thing for us was going to be carrying our dirt bikes along with us. So when I was talking to the people at Hiker, trying to figure out what would be the best solution, I was thinking of just getting like a mid-range XL, maybe putting it on the back of the trailer. One of the things that they were saying that's probably going to be the best option is for the Extreme Off-Road Edition, they have these big cargo, I guess, storage units or storage space where people usually put like a big fridge and everything like that, and they load it up with gear. Using a bike mount, a motorcycle dirt bike mount, we should be able to get the dirt bike up there and it should be able to fit. Now that is going to be adding a lot of tongue weight for the truck, but with my truck we should be fine. So I will have to like load up the trailer kind of, you know, differently when we do run that setup, but that's the main reason why we did get the Extreme Off-Road Edition. But I do want to mention though, we do like taking our stuff actually off-road. So I'm definitely going to be doing like a lot of testing with this trailer off-road for some of the places that we go. So subscribe if you want to definitely see some more like content of actually taking a Extreme Off-Road Edition off-road. So for right now, what we do have the lock and roll hitch, which is honestly like hitching up to this is very simple. It's not that big of a deal at all. This is my first time really like towing anything, and this guy is set up perfectly. We do have the front storage box. So for us, only thing we have in there right now, some wheel chucks. We do actually have a normal ball and hitch, just like a normal setup if we ever do need it. A couple of other things, and just some like blocks for when we put the jack stands down. It's a fairly simple setup. We can put the battery in there if we want to. So maybe eventually we will run the battery, but we have to get this whole area cleaned up because it's quite literally stuff is just thrown in there right now. So when I say this setup is raw, I mean this setup is raw. Literally, we haven't done much to it yet. Couple of things that we did get. Let me show you on the inside of the trailer. Stepping into the inside of the trailer, as you can see, we don't even have bungee cords set up yet for this guy. But the cool thing with the Extreme Off-Road Edition is you do get the underbelly storage, which is really nice. This is actually like massive. I didn't realize how big it was going to be, so it's pretty deep. It goes, if you look underneath the trailer itself, it's a pretty sizable chunk. So that is nice that you do get that standard with the Extreme Off-Road Edition. And as you can see, it is barren in here. So our bed, we did get the, I forgot what it's called, the Millie something, just mattress. We got, I think this is the twin, or maybe the full, the RV full. I think we should have gone with the queen size. I was getting, I don't know, some people were saying that you would have to trim, other people saying that you didn't with the bigger size, so I went with a smaller size because, well, for one, we will be traveling with our two big huskies, and like, I want them to have a spot to sleep, so like me and my wife, we could probably squeeze on this guy, have the doggies on the side. Also for us, I didn't want the full thing just to be a bed. I still want some space on the side because I think we might try to build out like either like a little shelf or some type of unit, because I don't want this whole thing just to be a bed. So when this guy is set up as a bed, we can, you know, We could be just chilling here, maybe have, you know, the iPad mount or something like that up here, have some space on the side, and kind of lounge a little bit more, have the doggies in here, have a fan, or, you know, the fan going, or whatever we want to do. Just not have the whole thing just be a giant bed. So there's no curtains or anything up. I did just buy this. I don't even know if this will even work, because I just want to get something set up for the ride back, because we plan on camping a couple nights on the ride back home. So want to have some type of I guess privacy. So the options that we did go with, we have the max fan. We didn't opt to get the ring light. So some people are saying it's like super bright, so we did get, I guess, the normal dome light, which I think it works fine. It's a simple setup, but it works fine. We got the AC prep, which the one thing about the AC prep, both hikers started doing this, but for the vents, it is meshed. Like there's a screen in here. So I don't know if that's new, if hikers just started doing that or not, but that's one thing I did see. I know people were saying like when they usually get the elbow brackets, they would put like a little mesh on the bottom so bugs can't get in. Because that's like the main reason why people like getting these AC preps to have more ventilation. But yeah, there's like one already on there, so that's pretty cool. So in the inside, I am pleasantly surprised. Like I could fit fully in there. I'm fairly tall, so I can like lay down fully. Me and my wife can both lay in here and fit perfectly fine. So if you're like a solo traveler, man, you would have so much room. 2 people, it's great. Like I think 2 people in the dogs is going to be perfectly fine. At first we were like, we should get the, you know, we wanted the mid-range XL to get the 5x10, the biggest size, but I'm pleasantly surprised. The 5x9 is definitely totally fine. So we have nothing up here at all. One thing I will say Hiker does do, they give you all of the information, like all of your paperwork for all of, you know, all the different stuff. They give you like a folder that everything comes in. So that's nice. I'm still keeping this with the vehicle right here. Other thing we did opt to get was the side lights, which those are absolutely wonderful to have. Another thing to note is we did get the 270 awning. This awning system is great. I do have an awning system that's on the truck itself. So like my awning that's on my truck absolutely sucks. This awning system, which it's like, it's a real cheap one. I would always advise, if you're gonna buy something, don't buy the cheapest one. I made that mistake and that thing sucks. The one on here is so easy and quick to just deploy. I'm very happy with that. I know we're going to be using that a lot. There's been plenty of times I wanted to use the one on the truck, but it's a pain to take out and put back in. So having this nicer one is definitely super cool. So let me show you guys the Galley. Okay, cool. So as you can see, there is not much that is going on in back here. We do have our battery pack. The things we do have so far is the solar panel set up, the portable toilet, like the privacy tent. I have some tools that I brought with me for just the road trip out here. Some other accessories I still have to go through and kind of organize. Just a table and yeah, just the battery, I guess, management and like cords and everything like that. So there is really not much set up back here at all. I for sure have to get storage bins and kind of plan out how we want this, but really we're trying to get this set up just well enough that we can make it back home, camp for a couple nights and everything like that, and everything could just be situated. So there's definitely a lot more things I still have to do in order to like get everything fully situated. For these pins, there it is. The pin on here, the setup is slightly different than how it is in other videos. So I did notice, it looks like this pin is updated. I believe they used to be on the side over here, but now they're in this upright position. When we first got it, it took me a second to figure out how to like open it up. It like wasn't opening. We had to put like, unhook it and then slightly give it some pressure and it was able to pop up quickly. But I have noticed that's been giving me a couple of issues, just kind of going back and forth. And I'm seeing that's actually a little bit rusty right there. So maybe I have to just lube that up. But another thing we did just do real quick, just put a simple trash rule or trash rule knockoff on there. These jacks are definitely updated for sure as well. These are different. So they like fold down. They basically stay up here and they fold down. So it's a different design than how they used to be when they used to hook onto the side. So I did notice that's actually updated. I do think another cool thing is, which I didn't realize, they actually put the little model on the side there. So that's pretty cool as well. Other things to note, we did opt in to get the water tank, which I was trying to figure out how the water tank is mounted and how does this work, because I didn't know at all when I was trying to like look online. So they do test them and pressurize them and everything like that. So there is the fill up that is here. So there is a fill up cap that is here that you can fill it up. They give you a nozzle as well, so you stick that in there, you twist it, and you have like your actual like hose that you can use. We do probably plan on eventually getting the hot water propane system, so you can take a hot shower. But for right now, just having some type of water storage with us, I think it's going to be nice and crucial. And it does have a pump, so even on the back, you have to turn the pump on for the water system. So I think it would be cool to have, you know, something going on back here, a more dedicated cooking station on this side. So we may just get like I don't know, I may just get like a table of some sort that can attach to the trailer. But we're still figuring all this stuff out. Once again, this is like the most basic of basic setups that we have. And yeah, it's just supposed to be just get us from point A to, well, across the country. So it's actually a very big point B. But once we get that set up, then we can start toying with everything else and really dialing in the system. But I just want to get out there and just start using it as much as possible. And then we'll start getting more and more stuff once we actually need it. One thing I am realizing, so this awning though, I love it, but we're gonna probably have to take it off and put it inside of our garage. As you can see, these brackets, when I was talking to the people at Hiker, they did say that there is quick releases that you could do. There's a company, I think they're called Quick or no Rack Bracks or something like that. Because this is gonna have to come off for sure. It's higher than 80 inches, and that's like what the normal standard garages are. So probably gonna have to take these bad boys off when we get back home, but the roof rack itself should stay. That should be fine. They did say you could lower it too. I believe it was with these, you can, I think if you move this up, don't quote me on it, but I know that's one way that they said that you could do it with the like leaf springs and everything like that. I plan on getting like a tire deflator too, just if we have to decrease by like an inch or so, just to help it get into the garage. That's my biggest issue. Even though right now I'm kind of debating if we want to get like a storage unit just to put it in, just because we have so much stuff in our garage. But I don't want the trailer to be too far away from us. I want to have this quick access so we can just get it up and going, and then just whenever we need it, we got it, and we can just go. Make things super simple from point A to point B, but we will see how that goes. The only other thing to note is we did actually get the like a wheel jack. It's literally back at the house right now. Hiker sells one that you can just throw on. It's like $300. I found the cheaper one online. Some things you could buy from them, other things I'm going to try to get a little bit cheap. The name of the game is getting the most bang for your buck, but also don't cheaping out to the point that it makes something more difficult. So I learned my lesson in some other overlanding and the camping gear. Sometimes it's better just to buy more expensive if it's going to just work when you want it to work, versus rebuying something 2 or 3 times. So this is the Hiker trailer setup. As you can see it behind me, this is the new adventure that we're going to be taking on the channel. Hope you guys enjoyed this walk around video. We're going to be doing a ton of more stuff with this trailer. I'm going to be really building this thing out and kind of getting this thing road ready for our trip back to the West Coast from the East Coast. We're taking this thing on a ton of different adventures, so stay tuned for all of that type of content. If you haven't seen our first video when we took the massive road trip all the way from Southern California to Buffalo, New York in this Ram Rebel to come pick up this Hiker Trailer Extreme Off-Road Edition, check this video out right here. Subscribe for more. We'll see you guys in the next one.